passed away. And it's time for a eulogy. Now, we've all gathered here today to share our special, special memories of the dearly, dearly departed. I'd like you to each come up to the podium and say just a few words. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Jade. I think I know most of you. And I guess I'll speak first because I'm always sort of the one that holds it together for my family. And yes, my dad Brian. What to say? I didn't really, the best relationship, as you all know, with Dad. He's a bit of an asshole. I'm sure most of you can probably relate.
He was a bit of a...
It was a complicated relationship. Sorry, Grandma. Yeah, I have some fond memories though. I have some really fond memories. Dad set up this awesome little bar in the back of our garage, and him and his mates would kind of come over, and when I got a bit older I was kind of cool enough to go and have some beers, and we'd play darts all day and my arm would get real sore. And we'd share some laughs. Dad had one of those sense of humours that didn't land a lot of the time, but we had some good times. Yeah. I guess I'll miss the old guy. You jerk.
Some more words about Brian.
Thanks, Jade. I was a daughter too. It wasn't just you. He looks quite nice now he's dead. I think I'll even miss the shouting. But he was my dad. He was the only dad I ever had. I've had a few mums, but... So that's me. I'm Amber, Jade's wee sister. And that's my dad.
Okay. It's Brian's boss. Brian! You're gone. Unexpected. I guess this means you've resigned your position. To be honest, we may not see a lot of difference around the place, especially on a Monday morning. I mean, I know you put all your effort into those wee girls. You put a lot of effort into your weekend activities too. You loved your motor cars, all your days on trade me. But Brian, you know, we had a few laughs, so yeah, he'll be sorely missed.
Oh, Brian. Well, Michelle, your first wife, you remember, don't you? Always on those cars. Well, I guess I'm not getting that payment you were going to give me. They get to keep this ring, though. Yeah, Brian, thanks for that.
Just making sure he's dead. Really dead. So I'm Audrey, one of the other wives. Jade's mother. Not Amber, because, well, there wasn't any children. The Jewel girls, he called them. Brian was rather proud of that. I think he just kept that theme of jewels just so that he could remember the names of his daughters. Can't really say much more about Brian. But man, they did a really bad job on his makeup. So fitting. He is dead. He is really dead. Thank goodness for that.
Thank you so much, everybody.
The body will now levitate and leave the stage. That was a game called Eulogy.
Yeah, we find out about people who are dead.
The theme of Improv for the stage this term has been shared storytelling. So the idea that we came together and created from a single corpse just tiny little pieces of the story, and each person only knows a part of the story, but together it comes together to build up the whole thing. So we played with that in a few different ways. We also played another game known as Meanwhile. Meanwhile is a story that happens in a number of different places in a very specific town. Can I please have the suggestion of a geographical feature?
The Eiffel Tower.
Sorry?
The Eiffel Tower.
The Eiffel Tower. So we're just going to go for tower. So this is going to be set in Tower Town. Tower Town. And what is the main industry in Tower Town?
Apples.
Sorry?
Apples.
Apples. So this is Tower Town, where the main industry is apples. And there's a number of locations in Tower Town. There's obviously going to be
Carpet house.
a carpet house. A house with carpet. It's going to be a house with carpet in Apple Town. Any other particular?
Post office.
A post office. Yeah. We've got a carpet house, a post office, and I'm feeling some kind of apple-based
Juice factory.
Sorry?
Juice
Juice factory. Of course, a juice factory. Nice. Let's see what happens in the Tower Town on a very special day. In the juice factory, the foreperson is getting ready for the day.
Oh, what lovely apples, aren't they? Oh. Right, I'll warm up the juicer. Oh. Yeah. There's going to be some great juicing happening here today. Oh, I can tell you.
Hey Gary, I think I'm getting RSI. You know, we need to get those juices fixed.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's pretty sore.
Meanwhile, in the carpet house, it is also breakfast time.
So good we've got that fluffy carpet.
It's
It's going to change this time. Really play on it. Yeah. Oh, that looks quite fun. I'm not even ready for breakfast.
Meanwhile, at the post office, the day has begun.
Mavis! Oh. I was going to ask your advice. June's come down with the SRI, SDI.
RSI, STI. I've heard about that.
For the,
Yeah.
the risk.
Yes.
Possible.
Oh, that's a pretty serious condition.
Polishing the apples.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes. There seems to be an epidemic of that going around.
I know, it catches. Or does it catch? Mavis, you know a lot. Can you tell me what to do? Because we've got one hell of an apple harvester.
Meanwhile, at the carpet house, some mail has arrived.
Look, we got a big bag of mail today. I can hardly lift it. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Margaret, this always seems to come when you're here. Do you have a secret admirer?
I've got that kind of magnetism. I can't help it. I've worked on it, but they just keep sending me fan letters.
Margaret
Because
is,
they know the carpet is the best in the world.
Margaret is reminded of the first time she received a fan letter.
Yeah, I've got that fan letter right here because it was so precious. Just said, "Dear carpet distributor. It says, I've never seen such a beautiful yet athletic woman that installed my carpet. And every time I lie down on the carpet, I think of you. I don't even know your name, but you're in my dreams every night. I've kept that for about 7 years now.
I can see why.
Yeah. Yeah.
I wish I could get letters like that.
Meanwhile, at the juice factory, the boss is back with some health advice from the post office.
June!
Yeah.
I know what to do. You've got to take an antibiotic course. That Mavis told me.
Like I've got to learn about antibiotics. Are you guys going to pay for that? It's a training budget. We need to check with you though.
Oh yeah, right. The trade. No.
If I maybe knew how to juice properly, this might not have happened.
Oh, good point. And
I wouldn't even show you this. Get me apples.
is that what the man from the union was here about?
I mean,
Were you talking to him, Jim?
you know what? Yeah, I was. Because we've got riots and we're getting broken wrists around here, and I'm hearing all this insane stuff around town about a STD, STI thing. When it's really just a case of RSI.
You have to be careful polishing the apples.
Meanwhile, at the post office, Mavis is chatting to someone from the carpet house and spreading more misinformation.
So, did you hear about the apple factory?
No, should I have heard something?
Yeah, it's just rife all the way through the apple factory. I don't know what they're doing down there, really.
Ah, man, they really should look up what we do at the carpet store. Seems like we've really got things moving in this town.
I know.
You begin to list some of the innovations you have at the carpet store.
We lay carpet, we have fuzzy carpet.
Oh, that's good.
It's very slick carpet, you know, so you can slide.
Oh, yeah, I know there must be a real market for that slip carpet.
Yes, actually,
Must
yeah.
be good with the kids.
It's great with the kids, as long as you have bumpers along the walls.
Oh, okay. Do you sell those as well?
No.
Maybe we can get some tips to the apple factory. You know, because you guys get a lot of mail. A lot of, you know, it's actually a dangerous amount of mail. But don't worry, I've been on the case, making sure. Been doing a bit of politic control.
You know, Margaret gets tough mail. I'm still waiting on my first mail.
Well, yeah, I'm a little bit suspicious of how much mail Margaret has been. Cause
Meanwhile, Margaret is chatting to the people at the juice factory.
We've got a problem with STIs and we think carpet might help things, don't we, June?
Well, the herringbone carpet might work.
And scene. Oh, yay! This is just a thin slice of life from the torrid tale that is Tower Town. Now we're going to move on to a story from beyond the grave. Ooh. The kind of story that is told in dark, dark places on dark, dark nights, where they say that if you tell the stories in a certain place of a certain time, the ghosts will come back and share their experience. Assuming. Come a lot closer, guys. You can tell we're going to share. We're going to go the days. Oh, please. Here we go. If you were a time traveller, what is the time that you travel back to?
1821.
1821. And what's a place in the world in 1821?
Paris.
Paris. Oh yes. And what's a place in Paris in 1821, long before the Eiffel Tower was built?
The Bastille.
Where a lot of people might have been.
Carpet store.
Sorry?
The store de carpet.
Sorry?
The store de carpet.
Store de carpet. If you'd like to be, there were great weaving factories. Champs-Élysées? A carpet factory? No, a weaving house on the Champs-Élysées. Sure, nothing could go wrong in a weaving factory with all those dangerous machines. Nothing could go wrong, right, friends? Let's hear a tale from the carpet de factory in the Champs-Élysées in Paris in 1821.
Bonjour, mes amis. Je suis Jean-Philippe.
We all speak in English.
I am Jean-Philippe. I own the carpet factory. I own it. I've owned it. My family's owned it for generations. The times are hard for carpet weaving in this day and age. We have problems with the gendarmes. But this factory, it's old, and the equipment's old, but it means a lot to me.
Say your name again.
I'm Jean-Philippe.
I'm Christine Cashany, and I'm the head designer here. I design all the different rugs, the patterns. I specialise in more paisley and Aztec designs. I've been working here a really long time. I agree, the equipment is not the best. We need some upgrades desperately. The lighting's almost non-existent. And there's lots of loose thread all over the floor. The cleaner's not doing a great job. Sometimes I get needles and get swept up. It's a mess. The place is a mess.
Say your name again.
I'm Christine, and I'm the head designer.
I'm Jean Philippe, Junior. My dad owns the factory, and I think he's rather disappointed to get a girl, hence the name. And I've been working at the factory under Dad to take it over. And I don't like it, because I want to be on the stage. But I'm here, in this dreary, dark, dangerous factory.
I'm Eva. I sell the fabrics, the furs, the thread, and all the textiles that come across the shop so that they can make their fabulous carpets and rugs and everything that you could imagine. I do have a problem going here though, because it's always cold. They never open a window to let in the sun, to let in it's always so dark. But it does have a warmth around the family, and that I like. Again, I'm Eva.
Yes, well, I'm Luke. I was shipped over from Scotland to do all the cleaning. I'm not a terribly good cleaner, but I've been at it for a long time. And got this thing about Eva. She's the woman of my dreams. But how do I tell her?
The ghosts have told you who they were. But it seems that somehow their thoughts will always go back to that day. The sound of the looms, weaving.
Clickety clack, 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 clickety clack.
I walked into the factory that day and I could smell it. They'd loomed the looms, they'd put that lovely oil on them, and it was just wafting through the air. The place was still filthy though, that bloody cleaner. Honestly.
We've got to do something about it, Luke. I said, we just have to do something about it. My feet are bleeding because I've stepped on so many needles.
Oh, it's you that got the blood all over the floor. My nice clean floor. Christine!
It wasn't clean. There were needles all over it.
I got a part in the play. I was going to be on stage.
Ah, Jean! On stage, you say? My heart sunk. My little girl, I wanted her to weave like her mother had, and her mother before her. I was distraught.
I walked in that day and there was just chaos. Maybe, people were feeling a bit morose, and I couldn't help but notice that Luke was always staring at me. But I still needed to do my job and sell them some things.
Open up in the factory.
Who's that?
I have an order from the city commandant general.
Well, the gendarmes again. Quick! Make things orderly, quickly.
Oh, there's no one here. I'll come back later.
He's gone.
What was that about?
New regulations.
Ah,
Something about sweeping up and
health and safety.
yeah, lighting. Maybe if we just lit some of those lamps, the new oil lamps, we'd be able to see, and maybe Luke could do a better job at the cleaning and.
Oh, that was a horrible idea.
I don't know why Dad decided to put oil lamps in a weaving shop that wasn't very clean.
Or ventilated.
It's a lot of oil on the looms.
I don't know if I'll get on stage.
I've heard these old factories are full of cotton fibre that fills the air like wisps of tinder.
I could have been great on stage. I could have owned the stage. I would have been magnificent.
My little Jean was the first to burn that fire. I tried to get her out.
It started with one tiny thread in the storeroom. Just one little thread. And soon, another thread, another spool. Fire quickly caught on. Wonderful new furs that were just purchased.
It's not safe. It's not safe. We've got to go. We've got to go.
But that sound wasn't for us.
I died that day.
I died too. Clutching my loom, bleeding feet.
I wonder if there's a stage in heaven. I'll own that stage too.
I saw Luke in a new light that day. He saved me.
Yeah, we got down, we got low, and we got out of there. And I think she might have looked at me.
I looked at you.
And sing.
Tour through the Champs-Elysees It's a weaving shop. Thank you so much for coming, and you can buy t-shirts on the way out. Thank you so much. Very slowly, so I don't want to.
So thank you. That has been 3 tiny examples from Improv for the Stage, each of which could have been part of a 1-hour show. You could say thank you to our lovely performers.
Thank you.